Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Brazilian Grand Prix qualifying for WRL, and Murph is having some issues there with the pit lane exit. It dried up though, so we came out towards the end of the session to set a lap, and we went pole. So, pole position for Ferrari, and the front row indeed locked out with HSV less than a tenth behind, so Ferrari looking very good. But the rain was pouring down for the entire race, so this would be very exciting for 36 laps. Off we go, and we would try and cover our teammate to the inside, but with a bit of a better start, it wasn't on at all, so we tried to hang it around the outside this time. With so little grip, he would come to the inside, and then I couldn't really get the power down around here, giving him some space, and he would go past into the lead. Even worse, I had a massive swapper, but he had to get off the power because it was an illegal overtake. A bit of luck playing into our hands there, and we retained the lead. Murph coming from the back up into second already. Huge sideways moment there, and the Haas is all over us. By the end of the lap, he's getting a big slipstream, and across the line we go. We led the lap, but here he comes around the outside. Ooh, we forced him very wide, just couldn't get on the brakes at all in these conditions. He goes through, but of course it's another illegal overtake. So those illegal overtakes really helping us keep the lead early on as we try and find our braking points in these conditions. And Ferrari and Haas in this huge battle for the podium positions. Murph this time comes through a bit earlier as we enter lap 6. Once again we're down the inside and we're going wide, but this time he predicts it, and well, he can't quite make the over and under work. Not enough grip in these conditions, so again we keep the lead. A bit more desperate this sort of racing than recent times, but this is for my 9th win in a row in this series. But we get a big swapper on and everyone's concertinaed up and Afro goes around in the manner. Unlucky for him. Murph still all over us. You can't help but think that if he gets through, he might be able to get away. And around the outside he comes. Oh, lucky not to lose a wheel there. The wall was menacing. And yeah, he has a lot more grip. He's also running a bit of traction control, I think. Afro losing connection there, perhaps a rage quit, not really sure. You can see the advantage of traction control there around the outside. I just couldn't get the power fully down, even though I had a better run out of the last 90-degree left. But the slipstream is still quite powerful, and even without DRS, of course, in these conditions, we have a pretty good run around the outside, and into the centre. S is in front, but there's no grip there, and Murph should come back on the inside, although he gets a bit of a swapper on as well. We've got HSV all over us, and he might make it into P2, I was going to say, before Jeff rudely interjected his voice. We've gone wide there, we just can't go across our teammate, and onto the curb. Yep, he's definitely through now. So down to P3, we just have to hope that HSV can keep up with Murph, although they both go a little bit deep there. We try and take an optimum line, see if we can get one of these guys back. Oh, massive moment there for HSV, and that'll give us a huge momentum boost down this next straight. And we might be able to get around the outside, depends where he brakes. Yeah, he's braked very early. And back into P2 we go, so this is changing all the time. Now it's a battle for P2. Thankfully we didn't push HSV wide there because he'd braked far too late himself, and otherwise we may have been in a bit of jeopardy with the stewards there. And again we have to fight him, leaving just enough space. You can see Waffles on inters now. He went in a bit early, to be honest. But it was really up to the three of us up front to see who would make the best choice onto those inters in which lap. Meanwhile, we're still having a nice battle here, so everything to play for. Position, of course, really important so that you can get the first Ferrari pit phase, and into the pits we came for inters. And Waffles actually made a good stint of that. We actually went a bit too late, so he went too early, we went too late, but we went before everyone else in front of us. So we're actually into P1, and what's more, Murph had to change his wing, so it was a Ferrari 1-2 out of nowhere, despite being some 5 seconds behind him at one point. We had Waffles to worry about, although he also had a moment there in his Sauber. He's coming to this battle out of nowhere. but soon it would be a battle of the last 4 laps. Murph coming through as my tyres are starting to go, and that would really be the start of the demise of my race, because now we have the 3 of us bunched up at once again. Waffles had a bit of a moment and fell back to P4. Trying to get back past this Haas was very difficult, but finally we had to go around the outside here, and gee, this would be very difficult. He has to make sure he doesn't run out and run us off the road. Later on the brakes and around the outside we go. Back into the lead. Really exciting racing here in Brazil. For the next lap, a big moment here, and I catch it into the wall, bounce off the wall, almost take out my teammate. I haven't made a mistake like that in a long time, but that's really cost us. We could have gone for the 9th straight victory here. We really upset that. With half a lap to go now, we're right behind the 2 of them with a bit of a broken wing. Who's going to win this race? HSV, Murph, or Jacko? Murph currently has the lead, but he's ghosting. He's run out of fuel, so that let's leave the 2 Ferrari boys. It's going to be a 1-2 for the Scuderia, but in which order? It looks like HSV is too far ahead. We'll flick it up to Rich to see what we can do. Yeah, he's well too far ahead. Well done to HSV. Although look at the draft, we could do this. Not quite. It was very close. In the end, it was 1/10 of a second between myself and my teammate. Congratulations to him on his 2nd win of the season. See you guys next time in Abu Dhabi for the finale.